you feeling the excitement and the anticipation in the air? Are you busy taking advantage of all the offers and deals in almost every business, hotel, or restaurant? Or are you expecting visitors? This week, we begin a series of episodes focused on Guyana's 50th independence anniversary celebrations that is being celebrated under the theme Reflect, Inspire, and Celebrate. In this episode, we give you a sneak peek of the plans and the preparations taking place across Guyana. I am Shivani Rampersad. Stay tuned to Guyana 411. Thank you for staying with us. With the celebration fast approaching, preparations can be seen feverishly ongoing across the city.
Some of the major activities to usher in Guyana's 50th independence anniversary will be held at the Durban Park. This once swampy and bushy area located between Hatfield Street and Homestretch Avenue is being transformed into a Jubilee Park, and it is here that some of the main events to celebrate 50 years of independence would be held. Despite some initial setbacks, construction workers are now busy at work on the parking lot, the VIP stand, the tarmac, and the pavilions. Additionally, works will also be done on the roofing and the guttering. There will also be the completion of superstructures, flooring, and columns. Cables and lighting will be installed in the stands, and there will be a backup power supply. The project is being undertaken by the Ministry of Public Infrastructure in collaboration with the Ministries of Communities, Public Telecommunication, and Education.
All hands are on deck, everybody's cooperating, there's no breakage and yankage of project and those things. We got to get it finished. It's a national event. We have some very important dignitaries coming here on the 25th. Because the flag raising, is on the 25th. The float parade and so is on the 26th. So our big day with the VIPs and those things will be on the 25th. So obviously, Guyana is on show, despite however you would say. So we have to ensure that we play our part.
Apart from the preparation of the Jubilee Park, cleanup activities are ongoing countrywide to welcome the thousands of Guyanese and foreigners expected in Guyana for the Jubilee celebration. While this initiative started since last year, works have intensified over the past few months to maintain a clean environment. Rehabilitative works are also being done on major roads in Georgetown. The historic Stabroek Market is getting its much-needed repairs as restoration works are slated to commence on the structure shortly. And the Umanayana is nearing completion. The Umanayana is an important site for the indigenous peoples. The first structure, erected in August of 1972, was destroyed by fire in September 2014. The reconstruction of this historic site is being done in phases by the Amerindians of the YY tribe and the Ministry of Public Infrastructure. The 55-foot high cone-shaped benab was done by the YY Amerindians, while the flooring, drainage, and other works was done by the ministry. As one traverses the street of Georgetown, one would recognize that the number of buildings are well decorated with colors of the national flag and the 50th anniversary logo. Guyanese are also demonstrating their patriotism by decorating their homes in keeping with the spirit of the celebration. These are just some of the preparation works being done to celebrate Guyana's 50th independence anniversary.
The hospitality sector is fully geared up for the grand celebrations. Hotels are offering deals, and there are even bed and breakfast facilities. It is often said that the largest population of Guyanese could be found outside of Guyana. For the 50th independence anniversary, it is expected that many of them would be returning home. They will be bringing their families and friends. It therefore means that accommodation has to be found for this large influx of visitors. With most of the hotels fully booked, a bed and breakfast B&B program was launched to ensure all the visitors are comfortably accommodated. The B&B, as it is commonly known, would also provide Guyanese at home the opportunity to make a little money.
In fact, the B&B is not only for when there is a crisis situation in the standard accommodation sector. Some visitors prefer the hominess of a bed and breakfast environment in preference to a hotel, for example.
Right now, the B&B program is geared towards the Golden Jubilee of Independence celebrations, but this can become a permanent feature and line of business for the locals. Restaurant Week was launched on April 29 and it runs to May 8. 20 restaurants are participating in the 10-day event. These include the Marriott, OMG, Pegasus, and New Drive-In. This activity would be beneficial for the long-term development of the tourism industry and the restaurant sector in Guyana, says TAG's President Sean McGrath.
We need to get above and beyond the days where you walk in and it was chicken and it was rice and that was it. I think Restaurant Week has challenged a lot of restaurants to take it to the next level and to bring chicken and rice and bring it up to the upper echelons of chicken. It still may be chicken and rice, but it's presented in a very different way and cooked in a very different format that actually makes it more interesting and appealing to sit down and actually eat.
The participating restaurants are improving their standards to better last year's and are offering the best menu at the best value. There is a 30% discount being offered at all major restaurants. Air Services Limited, in celebration of their 50th anniversary, launched a flagship rebrand helicopter at the Ogle International Airport to give local and overseas Guyanese an unforgettable experience for the country's 50th Jubilee celebrations.
Our growth was a direct result of a pioneering spirit, extremely hard work, and lots of sweat and sometimes even tears. It took a very long time, but like the mighty jaguar, which adorns our Jubilee logo, our endurance and strength got us to where we are 50 years later.
The helicopter is designed with Guyana's flag and the Jubilee logo and will be available during the Jubilee celebrations for tours to our local resorts, Kiter Falls, and aerial tours at Guy Expo. In addition to mark this milestone, Demerara Distillers Limited, DDL, launched its El Dorado Grand Special Reserve 50-year-old rum. Every bottle carries a unique number along with an 18-karat gold pendant bearing the El Dorado logo attached. The product costs $500,000 VAT inclusive per bottle, of which $100,000 from each will go towards the DDL Foundation.
The release of this Grand Special Reserve marks Guyana's 2016 Golden Jubilee to celebrate and toast 50 years of independent nationhood. We at Demerara Distillers are more than just distillers of the world's finest rum. We see ourselves as purveyors of our nation's heritage, of history, and of legacy.
So as Guyanese head home with their friends and family, there is the assurance that they will be comfortably accommodated, that they can enjoy the best of Guyanese cuisine, fly off to our local nature resorts, sip on some of the best blended rums, and generally enjoy the hospitality of which Guyanese are so proud. Thank you for staying with us. If you are now joining us, you're watching Guyana 411. With all the mega events where thousands of people are expected to attend, security is a number one priority. Guyana's 50th independence anniversary celebrations are no different.
The huge inflow of persons for the Golden Jubilee celebrations and Guyanese at home would be depending on the state to ensure their safety. This is foremost on the mind of Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan. He is confident that the celebrations would be relatively free of any major criminal activity.
I am going to give the assurance and an advisory, as it were, that we are going to be safe for Jubilee celebrations. I cannot get into the details of operations that are in place, and I know of those operations. Operation Dragnet has been made public, but bolstering these will be operations at the level of the division, operations at the level of the prison itself that are going to be in place to ensure that we do not have riotous conduct again. Of course, we can't say that it is going to be something that will be impossible and total, no. Because you don't know what the prisoners are going to do, what they will be up to. But whatever they will be up to, we are going to meet those and contain them. And it will be safe for Jubilee celebrations.
Members from all the discipline services, including the Guyana Fire Service, the Guyana Police Force, and the Guyana Defense Force, would be lending their support to ensure the safety of all persons for the celebrations.
We intend to put out lots more people in the street. We intend to ask for traffic cops to also come on board to ensure that we have more or less a disciplined kind of trafficking in the streets of Georgetown, to the extent of having like what happened here this morning, everything being pre-planned so that we can have a safe, very stable country in the next month coming on to the Jubilee celebrations.
In addition to the local law enforcement agency and sister agencies, international bodies, namely the United States and the British and Canadian security forces, Interpol and the Drug Enforcement Agency have also offered their services. Improving the national security environment started some time back, and the efforts are bearing fruit. For the period January 1 to April 30, 2016, Guyana recorded a 19% reduction in crime compared to the corresponding period last year.
What we need is confidence from diaspora members to come in. Look, crimes have been reducing all along this year, as against 2013, 2014, 2015, the earlier part.
The rate
and the
of
confidence level of the policemen have been increased because of a lot of things that we have done, the seminars they go on, and the other workshops that they have all around.
Other operations are already in place that will strengthen the capacity of security efforts. In addition, Operation Dragnet is still in effect. But even with the heightened security presence, persons will still need to exercise due caution. Remember, no amount of security can replace common sense.
With a countdown on to May 26, it seems like everyone is getting involved.
The 50th Independence Anniversary is also about corporate Guyana, and they are fully on board with many businesses making significant contributions towards the Jubilee celebrations. These donations will help offset expenses for the 4-day Jubilee Festival organized by the Ministry of Public Telecommunications. The festival will be held at the Guyana National Stadium from May 19 to 22. For the Department of Tourism, the festival is an opportunity for Guyanese culture to take center stage.
We're very grateful that they are certainly coming forward as we move rapidly towards May 19th. And the Jubilee Festival, we like to say, is an exciting array of Guyanese music, arts, craft, a series of various events that will take place at the National Stadium.
Representatives from Bauxite Company of Guyana, Rusal, and Karaya Group of Companies, among others, handed over checks to the Minister of Public Telecommunications, Cathy Hughes, in support of the celebrations. The minister also holds responsibility for the tourism sector.
We are happy to contribute into Jubilee Festival 2016. We know that the program of this event, of this Jubilee Festival, would be very colorful. It would represent different arts, different culture and social programs. It means for us it's a big event. It's a big and colorful demonstration of Guyana national patrimony.
Well, on behalf of the Karaya Group of Companies, we're happy to contribute our little small part to this occasion. I think that obviously it's a very special occasion, and we're looking forward to all of our cultural exhibits and activities for the period. So we're happy to support you with $2 million in a donation.
Fly Jamaica was the first company to support the Jubilee celebrations by committing to flying foreign-based artists performing for the Jubilee celebrations.
On behalf of Fly Jamaica, we are pleased to be a part of the Jubilee Festival celebrations. Fly Jamaica is bringing in all the legendary artists like Keith Waite and others for the events starting from the 19th to the 22nd of May. We are always proud to be part of national and sports events, and this is no exception. This actually is our Jubilee Festival, and we are very, very, very proud to be a part of this auspicious 50th celebration.
Banks DIH, which recently celebrated their 60th anniversary, also chipped in to ensure Guyana's 50th celebration would be an event to live on the memories of all who shared in it.
We are extremely pleased to be a part of this Jubilee Festival. Indeed, it's 60 years of Banks DIH, the company, and Banks Beer. And we have been along the way. Every step of the way from 1966, we would have been there. And we've been a part the cultural development of Guyana in every way. It's only fitting that we be a part of this festival, and we are pleased to be there with the Ministry of Tourism to facilitate all that is going to be put on the show, the craft, the food, every bit of art that could be displayed, everything that is truly Guyanese.
Other sponsors on board include Singers Guyana Incorporated, Digicel Guyana, and Guyana Telephone and Telegraph GTT. And in their own way, hundreds of small businesses are decorating their premises and cleaning their surroundings, all to ensure only the best is on display for the 50th Independence anniversary.
Celebration of Guyana's 50th year as an independent nation is not confined to the capital city or to Region 4. All across Guyana, there are preparations to mark this milestone.
Burima Waiani, Region 1, located in the northwest of the country, has a number of activities planned to mark the Golden Jubilee of Independence. The hinterland region is scheduled to host a Village Day Fair, a day of sports, and at Maburuma, an Independence Ball. Regional Executive Officer Brentnell Ashley gives us an insight of some of the other activities that are planned for the region.
We are compiling histories of the various communities to know where the community started, where they are at this time, and to how we can move forward knowing their history. Besides that, we are gearing up to look at heroes of our communities across the region. So each sub-region is likely to present to us around 10 names to be inducted as heroes of the region.
Region 2, Pomeroon Supernam, in their celebrations, will host a literary festival that includes a playwriting workshop on everything Guyanese. The Essequibo Islands West Demerara, Region 3, has a slightly different type of activity planned, says the Regional Executive Officer Dennis Jaikaran.
On the 14th of May, we believe in Region 3 that we should speak to the issue of cultural diversity. And we would have agreed that we are going to have Region 3 Cultural Diversity Day. And we would have identified the Iflot Community Center ground for such an activity. And all these events leading up to this major activity are in place. So we want to focus on our cultural diversity in Region 3. On the 21st of May, a number of events will be held in this region. In Leg 1, we are going to have 3 fun days at different venues. One would be at Richmond Hill, one at Success, and one at Claremont. And all these activities are going to be the launch of programs, grounds, and other events in Region 3.
In addition, there will be the opening of a playground for children and the commissioning of a unity ground in Region Number 3. Region 4, Demerara Mahaica, being the home of Guyana's capital city Georgetown, will be the main host of the Golden Jubilee activities. Those activities are expected to be the highlight of the Jubilee celebrations, as they will portray everything Guyanese: food, music, dress, art, craft, and a wide array of local talent would be on display. One of the major events being organized is the Jubilee Festival. The festival is scheduled to last 4 days and 4 nights. It will feature local and overseas-based Guyanese artists who will perform at the National Stadium. Additionally, there will be a fashion show on the lawns of Colgrain House on each of the 4 nights. It is enough to get the Minister of Public Telecommunications, Cathy Hughes, excited.
The Jubilee Festival is an explosion of music, art, dance, and of course fashion. And GTT has kindly agreed to sponsor the fashion segments. The fashion segment actually provides an opportunity for over 22 fashion designers, Guyanese fashion designers, to present to the Guyanese public and to our diaspora visitors and everyone that's going to be here between the 19th and the 22nd to really see the high standard at which our fashion industry has developed. So it will be a series of fashion shows every afternoon from 4:30 in the afternoon to approximately 8 p.m. each evening. And we have engaged the support of the Guyana Fashion Council to make sure that all the fashion designers of all ages, of all genres of fashion, have the opportunity to at least present a minimum of between 10 to 15 pieces of their work here at our fashion extravaganza.
The traditional flag raising ceremony would be held on May 25 across all regions. In Region 4, it will be at the newly built Durban Park. On May 26, Guyanese will take to the streets to participate in the much anticipated Jubilee Float Parade. A playwriting workshop will be taking place in Region 5, Mahaica Berbice. In addition, appreciation would be shown for those in the Mahaica Berbice region who embrace the sport of horse racing. An Independence Horse Racing Cup will be held. Region 6 East Berbice Quarantine is taking the celebration of Guyana's 50th anniversary to various schools in Berbice, where students would engage in a debating competition. A Republic Road Jubilee Jam will also be taking place as part of the celebrations. Region 6 Regional Executive Officer Versami Ramaya, at the launch of Guyana's 50th anniversary in Region 6, used the platform to encourage the residents to participate as one.
We launched the 50th anniversary program in this style to ask the Region 6 that we can set that example for the rest of the country. And I know as the REO, we can do it together. I can always count on the chairman for his support. Our political differences, we must put that aside because we are fighting for one thing, how to better the lives of Guyanese people. And 50 years of independence tells its own story of freedom and liberation from colonialism. So with these few words, I am urging each and every one of you, let me make this day to come, the 26th of May, a day to be remembered, especially for the younger generation of our nation.
Cayuni Mazaruni Region 7 kicked off their Jubilee celebration as early as April, when they held a gospel fest that saw all churches in that region participating. In addition to that, the Cayuni Mazaruni region held a tongue night in Bartico at the community center ground. Events to celebrate Guyana's 50th independence anniversary will continue in the region throughout the month of May. Guyana's largest region, Upper Takatu, Upper Essequibo, region number 9, is certainly not left out of the grand celebration. The region, popularly known for its rodeos, kicked off their celebrations early with the hosting of the Rupununi Rodeo. In addition, Lethem, located in Region 9, will officially receive township when Guyana celebrates its 50th anniversary.
That has brought us to the end of Guyana 411 for this week. Do join us again next week for another special edition on Guyana's 50th Jubilee celebrations. Remember, this and all other GNU programs can be viewed on our YouTube channel. You can also get updates on our Facebook page. I am Shivani Rampersad. Have a great week ahead. Goodbye.